Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday, are both starting a half an hour early, and then we'll return to our regular 9:30 on Monday morning. So today and tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific time, we are doing our daily affirmative prayer, which is when we use the spiritual technology of affirmative prayer to move into the conscious evolution of our human experience. We are upgrading in our beingness, moving to a greater and grander experience of goodness in our lives. This is what prayer does, and affirmative prayer makes sure that we allow satiating prayer, because you want to have your prayer satiated benevolently, brilliantly, and elegantly, and because we know that there are several laws that are they're in flow, they're in motion, they're in action when we move into the prayer field. We move into the prayer field, which is going to allow us to actually transcend the law of attraction. So the law of attraction, whatever you're vibrating at is what you're going to attract to you. That is a more temporal law that belongs to the temporal world of time and space, and there are universal laws that rise in vibration, such as the law of emergence, the law of radiance, the law of creation. And so we're allowing ourselves to move into a conscious, moving from, we have to use the lowercase c consciousness to choose our way into capital C consciousness, so that we can be advised by providence. It's kind of like checking in with your own personal advisor, which your advisor is the energy of the divine mind, the energy of your soul. We want to be advised. You want proper counsel. If I were to put it into legalese, we want proper counsel. When you have proper counsel and you make the right decisions, then you evolve into glory to greater glory, good to more good. And that's what we want to do. We want to transcend the law of attraction. So we're not making the law of attraction bad or wrong. It simply just is what goes. It's connected to karma. It's connected to cause and effect. What goes around comes around. And it is also connected to, as Esther Hicks would say, being a vibrational match to what it is you're looking for. But if you want to be a vibrational match to what it is you are seeking to achieve, then you have to change what you perceive, and that's where prayer and the law of transmutation come in. The law of transmutation will allow you to rise up into that vibrational frequency of bliss, and that's what healing is. And just about almost everyone on the planet, there are some avatars, there are some siddhas that are walking around that really don't need the law of transmutation, because at some point you just won't need it anymore. You will have healed everything that needs to be healed, and you will just be in the world but not of the world. That's what we're all headed towards, whether you know it or not. Some people just choose to heal arduously, like I used to, and now I choose to grow and heal and expand in benevolent and beautiful ways and joyous ways, making a conscious choice to using that counsel, that providential counsel, to guide all decisions, so that you don't choose a wrong. And a wrong just means you don't get what you're really looking for. So to choose a right means you're choosing in the direction of that which brings you bliss. Choosing is, can sometimes seem like a complicated thing. If you always choose from your divine intuition, and remembering divine intuition is not the same as carnal intuition. Carnal intuition lets you read the energies of the temporal world, and divine intuition allows you to read the energies of the divine as it applies to the temporal world, bringing everything in the temporal world into focus so that you can choose a right. Again, it's super simple. There's no difficulty in the universe. And so the difficulty is when we start to get a little too analytical about everything. We just want to choose a right. I know it sounds simple, but when you've got your heels dug in on something about, a situation, a judgment, a person, or whatever, you got your heels dug in, oh my God, they're just so against me. There's no such thing as against me in the soul, in the divine. So we're relinquishing that. And remember, in this paradoxical technology, you believe first and you receive and perceive second. So we got to change the route, and that's where prayer takes us. It takes us as we use the law of transmutation into divine right perception, and then we grab the law of creation and we get to move and groove with that, and that's where bliss is. But we don't have to wait for creation. Creation can pull us, so we can allow that to be. Which brings us to our intentions. Whatever your intentions are for today, anything that requires healing physically, emotionally, mentally, situationally would include all relationships, every environmental situation you're involved in, whether it's career, whether it is health and wellness, whether it is a relationship with a BFF or a not so BFF, or a desired soulmate experience, or perhaps one you're already in. Remembering glory to greater glory means that any relationships we're in that are pretty good, for anywhere from pretty good to really good, can even go higher. Glory to greater glory is what we're saying yes to today. So I'm going to invite you to join me to hold your intention, and remember, if you're ever letting go of something, then you want to know what it is you're bringing in. So I'm letting go of poverty, and I'm bringing in financial freedom and prosperity into our bones. If you really want to experience it, then you got to bring it into your bones, closer to you than your hands and feet. So we're going to go ahead as you set your intention of anything that requires healing in your life. And I'm just going to welcome, good to see you, Tiffany and Angela, and good to see you, Kathy, and good to see you, the other Kathy, and good to see you, Patricia, and everybody else who is streaming in. Lori, good to see you. Good morning. And again, yes, we have started just a little bit earlier today. So today and tomorrow, 9 a.m., just as a reminder, and we'll resume on Monday at 9:30, our regular time, of course, all Pacific time. And remember, on Sunday, you can go to soulcenteroc.com, soulcenteroc.com, if you want to join in on our meditation service at 10 a.m. and our regular service at 10:30, our music and inspirational message at 10:30 a.m. That is on Sunday morning. So, with that being said, you have set your intentions, your prayer request of that which you will allow. Because remember, most of what we are doing is we are shifting, we're using the law of transmutation, and then we're allowing our good to expand. This is a spiritual technology, and it works magnificently and precisely. Even non-believers are using it precisely to experience things that they'd rather not experience. So we're going to use it benevolently, brilliantly. That's why it's called affirmative prayer. And with that being said, I'm going to invite you to join me as we turn within. And so whether you close your eyes or leave them open, we tune and turn within. We soften and open. We must become malleable, pliable, available to the Holy Presence. We return home. We return to the beginning. We choose in this moment to open, slowly, gently, powerfully open our hearts, our bodies, our minds, our souls to the infinite grace, the infinite beauty, the infinite bliss, the divine intelligence, that which we call omniscience, the wisdom that governs all life. There is an intelligence behind all creation, the intelligence that coded all the seeds so that they know how to bloom into the flowers and grow into the trees and blossom as the fruit. We know that there is an intelligence that right now is elegantly lapping every wave of water upon the shore of every beach. We open to that. We open to that brilliance and that beauty, that omnipotence, that power that is not only lapping the ocean, but it is revolving the earth on its axis at 1,000 miles an hour. It is orbiting us simultaneously around the sun in a beautiful dance choreographed with all the other planets. And our galaxy is dancing with all the other galaxies. All of this exquisite brilliance and beauty from the mind of God. And there are other dimensions that we have access to that will reveal to us the more beauty, more intelligence of the omnipotence and presence of God. And all of these dimensions rest in the one dimension of the omnipresence. And so we open to the omnipresence, knowing that God is everywhere, in all dimensions, of all incarnations, of every space, at every place, at every nook and cranny. There is no place you can go where the presence of bliss is not, where God is. We are everywhere. And we are microcosmic expressions of the Most High. And so I invite you to join me to remember, to tune and turn within and remember you, me, we are created from the very light, the very love, the very heart of God. This is what it means to be born in the image and likeness of God. We are like the beam of sunshine is to the sun. We are that to God. Like the drop of water is to the ocean. We are one with it. And the entirety of God's grace, brilliance, beauty, omnipotence, omniamorous magnificence is encoded and loaded within us, which means that benevolent opportunities and potential are within us, and everything necessary to thrive is already here. It does not need to be learned. It does not need to be captured or gotten. It is already here. It is radiant and resplendent within us. And so we open to that. We open to our own resplendent, eternal, divine nature. We open to that, and we take a moment and we allow that which we call our personality, the ego, to bring forward our prayer request, our intention, that which we are choosing to transmute, to heal. We take and bring it into this eternal frequency of ever-expanding good, and we know that as we return home, as we return to the beginning, this is what prayer is. It brings us to the beginning. We get to start fresh and brand new. We get to reboot our beingness, our lives. We get to start fresh, which means we let go of history and we dive into the mystery that governs life. We let go of historical ties, which means we let go of energetic connections to the past, which means we let go of energetic projections to the future. And we let go of tethers to the present as we open to the eternal light of the soul. I invite you to feel your soul, to become more familiar with your soul than anything else. Open to the wisdom, the grace, the brilliance, the beauty, the power, the presence of your own magnificence. And as we open to that, I'm going to invite you to become available to that which is seeking to experience and express itself through you, the emergent energy of the soul. That which is seeking to emerge through you, that which is connected to the law of creation. We open to that which is connected to the desires of the soul, which flood into the heart. And as the heart bathes in the energy of the desires of the soul, we then make our intention a vibrational match, and we choose to act, to move into the omni-active presence of God and accept the desire in its most beautiful and delicious fulfillment in our lives, which means we are accepting radiant wellness. We are accepting homeostatic brilliance in our physical, emotional, mental, and karmic bodies. Even in our body of affairs, we say yes to this. We allow that divine nectar to flow through our veins. We allow it to change the programming of our genes and our DNA and return them to their perfect blueprint of radiant wellness. We know that this energy is not constricted by anything, so as we have let go of time, as we have opened to the eternal, infinite, benevolent potential and possibility is right where we are. The perfect blueprint of life is right where we are, so we say yes to this. We say yes to being fortified, amplified, and magnified in the holy light. The light of the soul, we say yes to this, to being inspired, and that all of us are choosing to only and always be motivated by enthusiasm and inspiration. That we allow divine illumination to go before us and make the crooked path straight. This is what we choose. We choose in this fortification to become stronger in the holy light that requires no effort. For we have said yes to giving up efforting and moving into the ease of serendipity and synchronicity. This is the nature of life, and we say yes to its nature, to our nature. It is more natural than efforting. It is more natural than struggle. So we move into that For we remember there is no struggle, strife, there is no competition, and there is no adversary in the divine. There is only a cooperative elegance of mutual beneficial magnificence. So we move into the body of affairs, and we allow all of our relationships, every single one of them, to be filled to overflowing with mutual beneficial reverence, kindness, love, and respect. And so I'm grateful to speak this word, that we go deeper and rise higher in this than ever before. Surrender. This is surrender. Surrender is alchemizing us, strengthening us, stretching and expanding our capacities to hold more good. We say yes to this. It is easy, for there is no difficulty in the divine. So we say yes to holding more good, more joy, more peace, more prosperity, more wellness than ever before. We don't need to know why, how, or why from the intellectual perspective. But the revelational perspective will inform us. If we open to it, we will be so infused with the revelations that transform everything in our lives. And so I'm grateful for this. And as we step and steep into this, we know that we hold this vision for everyone, knowing there's nothing against us. So we hold it and we ask. We use the prayer of invitation to invite all of those, whether we've seen them in the news or online or in the street or in traffic, wherever. If there's anyone we have a judgment on, we invite them into integrity. If there's anybody we've ever seen that has acted from bad behavior, out of integrity, with mutual beneficial reverence and respect, we invite them in. This is how we affect change. We never condemn, we don't have to condone, but we do have to invite, evoke, and allow. So we invite them into a field. So bring anybody into mind that you've ever had a judgment on or has found as difficult, and we invite them into a field of divine cooperation, that they feel safe, that they feel heard, that they feel nurtured and empowered by the truth, by the love that undergirds, that is their soul. We remember that they are not their personality. Personalities are of the temporal world. We are calling to their soul and inviting that soulful energy to rise up. We see that not only for anybody that we've seen out in the world in our lives, but all politicians, all law enforcement officials, and we give thanks for all of those who have said yes to being of service in the world, those on the front lines, those who just serve so selflessly. This is the very nature of life, and we bless them right where they are. We remember that those who serve should also be served, so we bless them with being served with goodness and wholeness and peace and love and joy. We bless everyone, all of humanity, of all nations, of all colors, of all creeds, of all religions. We bless all of our brothers and sisters around the world, and we see a world where there is no racism. Every day we see a world where there is no ageism, poverty, homelessness. We do not move into an airy-fairiness about it. We move into a place where we hold it. We hold it. When you hold something in your consciousness, when you ground it and root it, you will perceive it. So we choose to see a world that is congruent with the universal laws of ever-expanding good. We choose to see that in the world, to seek it and find it. Pray ye believing, pray ye receiving, and achieving your good. And so I'm grateful to bless all countries of all nations, and we bless them all with kindness and generosity and peace. Win-win. The universe only operates in win-win. Everybody wins. There's always a way that everybody wins. We must seek it and we must find it. We must embody it and allow it. And so I'm grateful to speak this word for all peoples, all of humanity, and all sentient beings, including all of the animals of the sea, the land, and the sky. Of all dimensions, of all incarnations, we bless the sentient beings and we bless the inanimate as well as the animate. We bless the boulder, we bless the trees, we bless the sand, we bless the sky, we bless the rivers, the ocean, the mountains. We bless all of life. God is everywhere, in the bone and in the stone, and so I'm grateful to know that we have said yes to healing, growing, expanding, in benevolent, elegant, blissful, joyful, beautiful ways. And we allow it all to be spontaneous, immediate, immaculate, beautiful, exquisite. That's what we say yes. We proclaim it. We make it very personal in our lives. For as we rise, all unto us rise. So we ground heaven on earth, peace on earth, wellness on earth, love on earth, prosperity on earth, joy on earth, and in all dimensions of all incarnations, in every space, in every place. We ground it so, and we know we must claim it so in order for it to be so. And so as we bring that energy, as we feel it pulsing down from the top of our energy field, through our soul star, our crown, our third eye, our throat, our heart, our root, into our earth star, we ground it, we claim it, we allow it to be. We allow it to be. We ground it to our earth star, into the fertile soil of the material world. We claim it, and in acceptance and deep and abiding appreciation, we accept it by saying, and so it is. And so we let it be, and so I let it be. Amen, Amen, Amin, Ashe, Aho, Shalom, Hotep, and Hallelujah. Alrighty, we are complete for the moment. Let's just marinate in that, let it integrate into your cells, bones, and tissues. And take this with you and have a brilliant and beautiful Friday. And we will see you tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow 9 a.m. And then Sunday is soulcenteroc.com for our Sunday service. 10 a.m. meditation. 10:30 a.m. is our music and message. And Monday we'll be back to our regular time of 9:30 a.m. all Pacific time. Peace and blessings. Good to see you. And we will see you. Good to see you, Jonathan. And everybody else, have a beautiful and blessed day. Good to see all of my Soul Center peeps, Omen Garden peeps, Agape peeps, IET peeps. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Peace and blessings.